All right, now we're on Thursday, April 2nd. All right, the first thing we're going to do today is having to do a packet. It's called The Dog and His Reflection. And then you're going to answer questions that go along with it. Remember, you can always refer back to what you read to answer the questions. All right, so this is what the packet is going to look like. Remember, this is not from a book. All right, so this is going to be a little packet you will have to use. You will not be using any of this from the packet. Or from the book, I'm sorry. This is all just a packet. All right, it says The Dog and His Reflection. It's a retelling of the Aesop's fable. All right, so this is not a true story. All right, so this is a made-up story. All right, so first and second page is just of the reading. All right, the next page says The Dog and His Reflection, a retelling of the story. You're going to need to answer the questions. All right, first question says, in the beginning of the story, what is troubling Rascal? So Rascal, what is troubling him? So what is bothering him? Okay. Number 2, why isn't Rascal happy with the bone that Mr. Roberts gave him? Number 3, what happens each time Rascal gets a bigger bone? Number 4, at the end of the story, does Rascal get what he really wants? Why or why not? So you need to explain. Okay, you need to explain why or why not. So at the end of the story, does Rascal get what he really wants? Number 5, which lesson does the fable teach? So what is a lesson that the story is trying to teach you? Okay, what is a lesson? Next page. Fill in the missing letters to form a vocabulary word from the article. Then write the full word on the line. Be sure to spell each word correctly. So number 1 says mouth-watering or tasty. If a food that you're eating is mouth-watering or tasting and starts with a D-E, I believe that word's going to be delicious. Delicious. So you're going to fill in the letters, and then you're going to write the word delicious on the line. All right, you guys all know how to do this. The hints are kind of giving you like the definition of the words to help you out to figure out what word they're talking about. These words are in the reading. All right, so make sure you guys go back to the reading to find those words. Okay. Okay. Now we're at a writing part. It says, in the story, the dog and his reflection, Rascal's greed causes him to chase something bigger and better to eat until he makes a mistake and loses the best bone he has. On the lines below, answer the following question. Is it wrong to want something new? Why or why not? When does wanting new things turn into greed? So greed means you want too much, that you're taking things for granted, okay? You always want more and more and more and more and more when what you have is already good enough. All right. So is it wrong to want something new? Why or why not? Do you think it's wrong to want something new? So you're going to say yes because this or no because of that. Okay. And when does wanting new things turn into greed? So when does it become wanting to be greedy? Okay. When does wanting new things turn into being too greedy? All right. I'm just going to write one paragraph about that. So you should write 4 sentences at least. Okay. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to be in our orange book, all right? So we're going to be doing in our grammar workshop book, all right, pages 120 through 122. We're working on demonstrative adjectives, okay? So they do give you some examples of how to do that in here. So I'm going to read over that with you guys, all right? It says adjectives can tell what kind or how many. Adjectives can also tell which one. Adjectives that tell which one are called demonstrative adjectives. This, that, these, and those are demonstrative adjectives. Use this and that before singular nouns. Use these and those for plural nouns. So singular, okay, we're looking at this film is very popular. So you're only talking about one film, all right? That book is a favorite of young children. Remember, we're only talking about one book. So we're using this, that. These children are here for story time, okay? These children. Okay, that means plural. So there's more than one child, right? So these children, so there's more than one. And then it says those adults are waiting for them. Those adults, okay? Those means there's more than one. So these and those should be plural, used with plural nouns. All right, and that says this and these refer to people, places, or things that are nearby. Do not use here after this or these. So the correct thing to say would be the children's librarian has chosen this book. Incorrectly, the children's library has chosen this here book, which when you guys read that, you guys can probably tell that that doesn't sound right. Okay. Next sentence. The correct one would say, these children want to hold the book. Incorrect would be, these here children want to hold the book, which doesn't sound right. These here children, you don't want to say that. All right. Underneath, that and those refer to people, places, or things that are farther away. Do not use there after that or those. So the correct thing to say for this one would say, everyone will sit in that room. Okay. Incorrectly would say, everyone will sit in that their room. Okay. Kind of sounds like it's a Southern thing. You do hear some people in the South talk like that, but it is not correct. All right. On the next part, it says, those children want to hear the story again. Incorrectly would say, those their children want to hear the story again. All right. So you don't want to add there in this part here. Okay. Now we're on practice A. Underline the demonstrative adjectives in each sentence, then write it on the line. Okay. So you're going to find the demonstrative adjective and you're going to underline it, and then you're going to write it on the line. So for number 1, the new library is on this block. Okay. This would be the demonstrative adjective. So you're going to underline this and you're going to write it on the line. Okay. Pretty simple. All right. So there's going to be 1 through 10. So it actually goes all the way to number 10. So you're going to do the same thing. All right, so for letter B, right here, write the demonstrative adjective in parentheses that correctly completes each sentence. All right, so you at the end of each sentence, you'll see it says, demonstrative adjectives. Okay, you're going to either write, for number 1, you're going to write this or these. So look at the picture in this book about New York City, or look at the picture in these book about New York City. It should be this. So you're going to circle this, and you're going to write it on the line. Okay. Most of them you'll be able to tell because it even sounds right, okay? You guys are familiar with that. All right, so for page 122, it says, Angie wrote the script for a tour of the new town library. She made 6 mistakes when using demonstrative adjectives, using the proofreading marks in the box to correct the errors. All right, so you're going to read through, okay, and you're going to find the mistakes. It says she made 6 mistakes. So there should be 6 mistakes in the reading that you're going to fix. Okay. If you have to, remember, refer back to page 120 that talks about when to use the demonstrative adjectives. Okay. So that's what you're going to do for page 122. So that's going to be it for Thursday. Okay, so you had to do the dog and his reflection. Okay, you're going to do that little packet, answer some questions on the reading, and then you're going to learn about demonstrative adjectives, and you're going to work on that. Remember, that's in our orange book. So if you have the orange book titled Grammar Workshop Book, you're going to do pages 120 through 122. All right, if you for some reason do not have that book, in the email that I sent to your parents, they will have that in the email. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you let me know, and have a blessed day, okay?